Say nothing.
Hey guys, welcome back to the vlog. My name is Amy, my husband is Gary, our kids are Riley and Lorelai. Thank you for joining us today. Today I'm doing something a little different than I normally would do, and I'm doing a collaboration with my friend Ashley from Ashley K Mothering by Grace. She is a good YouTube friend. I enjoy watching her channel, so when you guys are done watching my vlog, I will link her channel below. Check out her channel and let her know that I sent you. So today we're doing a collab of homeschool questions that we often get as homeschoolers or seasoned homeschoolers, although I do not consider myself a seasoned homeschooler because I am still learning how to do things this way. Although this year has been one of our great years because we have not changed curriculum like we have every year since we started. So that's great. So I guess I'm becoming seasoned, I guess you could say that. Who knows? But anyway, I'm a homeschool mom of 2 kids. Ashley has 3 kids, so we thought we would get together and make this collaboration. So don't forget to check out her channel and let her know that I sent you. So let me get the questions. Okay, so first question is, what are the benefits of homeschooling your children in your perspective? I would say my daughter has come outside her shell, meaning that, like, okay, when she and our older son, they were in public school. My daughter was in preschool and my son was in kindergarten, 1st grade through public school. However, when we would do events with the preschool, our daughter would just cling to me consistently. She wouldn't want to go with the group. She fought to get on the bus most days. She did get on them. So one of the benefits I have seen is she has come outside her shell. So when we go to our homeschool PE class, I can go and sit with the moms and chat, and she is participating. She is taking part in the activities versus just stuck on my hip. So that's one of the benefits. They have learned to my kids have learned to get along together. They spend more time together. I get to have one-on-one time with each of my kids. I get to see the progress with them. My kids have more sleep because I let them sleep. So those are a few of the benefits that I believe that are benefits for my kids for homeschooling. Okay, the second question is, how old are your kids and what grades are they? What grades are they in? Okay, so Riley is 10, soon to be 11 in June, and Lorelai is 9. She just turned 9 in January, and they would be in, or my son would be in 5th grade. However, he's not quite in 5th grade yet, but as I said, with homeschooling, we were trying to figure out all of our curriculum, and some of the things that we've gone through just didn't work for us, and it was a trial and error. When I did find the curriculum that we are using now, which is Christian Light, I started back at the very beginning of learning to read, and that has really changed the kids' reading ability and their confidence in reading. And so when we got that, we started at the very beginning and we just kept going. And so right now we're almost done with like the 3rd grade material, and then we'll work on the 4th. And it takes us about 5 to 7 weeks to get through a grade with my son. So by the end of the school year, we do have it planned out that he will finish 5th grade, which where he should be, or very close to it. And I think that we will finish that 5th grade before we stop for the summer. So he's in that, and then my daughter has like 6 lessons left, and then she will be in 3rd grade. So she will also finish her grade, 3rd grade, which is where they would be in public school by the end of the school year. So kind of a big explanation, but we got them to where they should be if they were in public school. Not that homeschooling is grade specific, but that is where we are. All right, so the next question is, what is their favorite subject and what is yours? Okay, Lorelai's is reading, even though she struggles with it. I think that's her favorite subjects because we do one-on-one reading time, and so she gets to control everything during that time. So she will like read the story, she'll take little steps and she'll show all excitement in reading. So reading is her favorite. I think it's because we spent on one-on-one time. Riley's would probably be math. Although language arts is kind of his favorite too. And so yeah, so kind of those. Me, I think for Riley, doing Riley with him, I think he does language arts the best. Okay, let me take that back. He doesn't do it the best. I think he has grown the most in his language arts. So that's kind of my favorite, because I enjoy seeing him when he gets a concept to finally click. And then reading, that time with reading, Lily really enjoys reading. And so her and I together, so that's my favorite subject again, or with her. So I am sorry. Like I said, I have a helper behind the camera that keeps doing that. So bear with me on that. I appreciate you. I really do. So yeah, the problems of having a short tripod versus one that goes to the floor so you can put it where you need it. So anyway, all right. Next question is, what is something that I find challenging about homeschooling? Definitely the opposition from people who do not homeschool, and the frustration with, why aren't your kids in homeschool? Not only is it just out in public, but it's, when you go to the grocery store, how come you guys aren't in school? Or just the constant backlash about it. And when I told some family members that my kids aren't exactly where they are in 5th grade and they're doing young, they didn't understand why I went back, because, I'm sorry, but trying to explain someone, I'm not in public school. I don't push my kids through just because that's where their ages go. I kind of met my kids where they go and they're going forward with it. So that is hard to explain and hard for the concept of others to meet, and the opposition of that is very frustrating to me. On the other hand, I have others say that have homeschooled in the past that, oh, you've homeschooled for 3.5 years now, your kid should be like more in a higher grade. They should be like in 7th or 8th because, you go faster, you have more one-on-one time with them. So that's, that's kind of a balance of who's right, who's wrong. But I will say the only thing that I am doing is we are where we are, and we're just taking a step forward just with everything in life, and hence the drifting forward. So yes. All right. I hope that makes sense. Okay, next question. What is something I recently learned during homeschooling? I say that where we are is where we're supposed to be, and not to rush it and not to slow it down. Just kind of go with the flow. When I rush, like when I'm trying to get my kids up back to 5th grade or back to where they should be, we're missing a lot of concepts, and that has hurt my kids, and that we've had to go back and waste more time per se. So if I'm just meeting my kids where they are and going forward, that has, and myself not pushing or slowing down, letting the kids take the lead, has really taken it has really made a good impact in our life. And so, or in my kids. So letting them say, hey mom, I need a break, or hey, this is too much or not enough. But just listening to my kids has been something I've learned that I need to do more often. So, all right, now I got to find the rest of the questions. All right, so here's another question is, how do you, as a more seasoned homeschooler or a new homeschooler, deal with the negative comments? I think this kind of goes back with what I say, just meeting my kids where they are and going at their pace, and not letting outside influences influence me to move more or less. Just meeting my kids where they are and just going from there. Next question is, how do I handle when someone tries to quiz my kids and see where they're at? I basically snap. I ain't gonna lie. We had some friends over a couple years ago and they were like quizzing my kids and my kids were answering and they thought it was a game, so they thought it was fun. But I knew exactly what that person was doing. I don't know why they were quizzing my kids. I mean, I know why they were quizzing my kids where they were at. But I'm like, really? Do you do that with other public school kids? Do you do that with other kids that don't go to school to do whatever? It's like, is that really any of their business? There was one time I was at, I think it was Walmart or like one of the stores around here, and someone's like, hey, you're homeschooled, that's awesome, that's great. And then they're like, hey, can you tell me what this is and what that is? And I'm just like, we just met you. Can we at least get to know you first? And that's basically what came out of my mouth. And she turned bright red. She's like, never mind, and walks away. But yeah, so that was anyway. All right, and so our last question is, what are the unexpected pros and cons you have found in homeschooling? The benefits is I feel like I'm closer to my kids than ever. The unexpected is we get done with school more quickly and we don't have to go over concept as much as I had thought we would. I am finding that I can skip some concepts, not skip some concepts, but like skip the review of some concepts once my kids get it. Like, I feel like I have more freedom to, hey, you have the concept of mastering, adding numbers, but you do need to subtract. You do need more practice subtracting numbers. So I would cut out all of the addition and let her work on like the subtraction. So having the freedom of being able to tailor the school to the child versus the child to school. So that's been a really good blessing. And yeah, so that ends our questions and our answers. I thank you for joining me. I hope that is an encouragement to you guys. Don't forget to check out Ashley K. Mothering by Grace. I'll link her channel down below, and we will see you in tomorrow's vlog. Have a great night. Bye.